Dusty Litster with you. Region 3 baseball matchup between Copper Hills and Riverton. Glad to have you along with us, everybody. Tyson Wilstead, the starting pitcher for the Riverton Silverwolves, facing Braden Taylor, the shortstop. And that's off the mark, ball one. The 1-2 from Wilstead, swung on and missed, and Braden Taylor is down on strikes. And that'll bring up the right fielder, number 22, Kyle Hoffman. Wilstead wide of the plate. The 1-0 chop to the right side. And that'll be fielded by the first baseman. Wilstead's there in time. Just got there. And a nice job there by Cody Nelson in fielding his position. But Wilstead, even better, not just watching the play, but getting to the bag to get the out. 2 outs and nobody on. And that brings up Chase Taylor. He's the catcher for the Grizzlies as that pitch misses inside. The 1-1 from Wilstead. Lifted down the right field line. Dylan Sanchez drifts over and squeezes it for the third out. Grizzlies go down in order at the top of the first inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the first when we come back. You're watching a Deseret News Rewind. Game of the Week presented by Tosh, the Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. Starting pitcher for the Copper Hills Grizzlies is Mason Olson. He's a sophomore. I'm talking with the manager before the game. He said, he's been their big game pitcher, and they have a lot of confidence in this young sophomore. He'll start off against Zach Peterson, the shortstop, as that pitch misses, ball one. The 2-1 from Olson, hitched to short. Up with it cleanly and over in time. One away for Riverton. Now bring up Gage Morris, the center fielder. And that's ball one from Olson. The 3-1 from Olson. Breaking ball lifted into right center field. And Morris retired for the second out of the inning. Hazen Robinson able to range over for that. And that'll bring up Dylan Sanchez, the right fielder. Sanchez also on the basketball team that won a region championship. Ball one. And that's 4 straight balls, and Sanchez will extend the inning with a 2-out walk. And that brings up Ryan Edwards. And Olson leads him with a strike. Edwards also on the basketball team with Coach Wilson. Sanchez away from first, a chopper to third, taking on the short hop across in time. Just got there. Terrific job at third base by Jackson Laird. And at the end of one, we have no runs. We head to the top of the second on a Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week. Wilstead misses on the first pitch. Leading off the second inning is Tyler Wells, the first baseman. And that one in for a called strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Ledoux's got 4 doubles on the season. Lifts this one into left field. Drifting over and making the catch is Buddy Young, as well as retired for the first out of the inning. Brings up Hazen Robinson, the center fielder for the Grizzlies. Wilstead finds the outside corner, strike one. 12 doubles, 23 runs driven in on the season as he draws a walk there. So runner aboard for Copper Hills. And that brings up the senior, Brock Talbot. And that is in for called strike one. This ball hit well to right field. Dylan Sanchez coming over, makes the grab. He can double him up at first base. Takes his time, makes the throw. Here comes a chase to first, and he got him. Dylan Sanchez takes advantage of the hit and run opportunity. And that'll do it for the top half of the second inning. Copper Hills goes down in order. We head to the bottom of the second on a Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week. Bottom of the second inning, start off with Cooper Gray. Cooper swings at the first pitch of the at-bat and flies out to short. Braden Taylor able to put him away. So now coming to the plate, the sophomore, the third baseman, Parker Applegate. That pitch misses wide of the plate. The 3-0, and looks a ball 4. So runner aboard for Riverton. And that brings up Cody Nelson, the senior. Nelson, the first baseman for Coach Applegate. Lefty on lefty appearance here as that is in for strike 1. Applegate away from first. Always leery, the lefty moved to first. Is that ball hit behind him, and that is through for a single for Nelson. Applegate will hold up at second base. 2 aboard for Riverton. Now a runner in scoring position. Now bring up the junior Nate Hamblin. Only his 14th game of the season. Batting .333. He's got 4 runs driven in with the now with the runner scoring position. Looking for number 5 in the first run of the ball game. Olsen wide of the plate. Full count. Won't put anybody in motion here with 1 out. As that ball lifted into right field. And no movement. It's not deep enough to move the runners as Kyle Hoffman comes in to make the catch. 2 away. That brings up Buddy Young, the junior left fielder, with 2 outs and 2 on. That misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fends that one off, but it stays in play. And that will do it. 2 runners on, leave 1 in scoring position. And at the end of 2, still 0-0. We head to the top of the third on the Deseret News Rewind Game of the Week. Top of the third inning, leading off for the Copper Hills Grizzlies, the third baseman Jackson Laird. And that pitch misses. The 2-1 driven to left field. Some top spin on it and falls in for the first base hit for Copper Hills. So Jackson Laird aboard. And that brings up the second baseman, Cameron Barlow, a senior for Coach Joel Sundquist. He's actually a graduate of Riverton High School back in 2003. And is in for called strike 1. 1 ball and a strike. And this one off the end of the bat, and that will fall in for another base hit. It'll advance Laird to second base. The dying quail falls in for Carson Laird. Brings up Carson Ledoux as Cameron Barlow singled. So 2 on and no outs. Ledoux's got 8 RBIs on the season, but showing sacrifice here. Corner's coming. Gets this one down. Comes out to get it. And the sacrifice works. Advances the runners to second and third. Terrific bunt by Ledoux. 1 away with 2 in scoring position. Top of the order for Braden Taylor as that one falls in. And that will bring in Laird. Here comes Barlow. Not going to be a play at the plate. A 2-run single for Braden Taylor. Brings up Kyle Hoffman. That pitch misses wide. Hoffman batting .312 coming into the day. And that ball lifted down the third base line. That drops in fair. Going from first to third is Braden Taylor. And heading into second is Hoffman as the throw is off the mark. Decide to go for it out of the box. And that is a double for Kyle Hoffman. So, again, runners at second and third. Now coming to the plate, the catcher, Chase Taylor. The third highest batting average on the team at .371. He's got 24 RBIs. Time for the lead with Hoffman. And that is in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wilstead kicks. Ball into left field. And that will bring in Braden Taylor. Hoffman around third. They'll plate the plate, throw to second base, not in time. A 2-run double. I should call it a single, and taking second on the throw with Chase Taylor. 4-0 Copper Hills. And that brings up Tyler Wells. Flew out to left. Last inning. Wilstead misses off the plate. The 1-1 hit well into right field. Sanchez over to get it and actually misses it. So now the run will come around third as Wells into second base as Chase Taylor comes in, and it's now a 5-run third inning for Copper Hills. Conference over for Coach Applegate. He'll stick with Wilstead. Five runs on 6 hits in the inning as that ball is bounced. Edwards has it over to third, not in time. As Wells will take third on the pass ball. Base open. Not the worst thing with a walk. Keep the double play in order. As that one swung on and missed. That works as well. 2 away on the strikeout from Robinson. 2 outs, and up comes Brock Talbot. Flew out to right field. It was a terrific play by Dylan Sanchez to end last inning. Runner on third base and 2 outs. Fouls down away. Strike 1. The 0-2 from Wilstead. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. But what a third inning for Copper Hills. 5 runs on 6 hits, and they lead 5-0 heading to the bottom of the third. Welcome again to Riverton. Bottom of the third inning after an offensive explosion from Copper Hills. It is 5-0 Grizzlies. They lead the undefeated Riverton Silverwolves as that ball lifted by Zach Peterson into right center field, and he is retired for the first down of the inning by Kyle Hoffman. Top of the order for Riverton as Peterson is the leadoff man, now 0 for 2 on the day. That brings up Gage Morris. Flew out to center field in the first inning. That pitch is in there for called strike 1 for Olsen. Sometimes these young guys, they try to get it all at once. As he goes down and gets that one back through the box past a diving attempt from Braden Taylor, and that is a single for Gage Morris.
Now batting number 5, Dylan Sanchez.
And that'll bring up the right fielder, Dylan Sanchez. Been quite the year for Dylan, batting .453 with 34 hits, 22 driven in. Chops this one to third, up with it cleanly and over for the second out of the inning. Jackson Laird. So stepping in now, Brian Edwards, the catcher, batting .391 on the season. 22 runs driven in. Got a runner scoring position here with 2 outs. Breaking ball in there for called strike 1. That pitch off the mark, stealing third and gunned down. Gage Morris caught stealing, and as the third out of the inning, we head to the fourth. 5-0 Copper Hills. Top of the fourth inning, Copper Hills looking to extend this lead. Jackson Laird leading off the inning just like he did last inning. And aggressive on the first pitch. A late reaction, and that's going to fall in. Gage Morris did not get a good read on that ball off the bat. And coming up to the plate now is Cameron Barlow. Pitch misses. The 2-2 swung on a missed. Strike 3 for Cameron Barlow. That brings up Carson Ledoux, the second baseman. Only 1 plate appearance today. Sacrifice bunt that led to the big inning. Ledoux looks at strike 1. Laird away from first. That ball lifted into shallow left center. As Zach Peterson able to get over and make the catch. Top of the order, and that brings up Braden Taylor, the shortstop. A 2 RBI single. Back in the third. Breaking ball finds the outside corner. Strike 1. Runner goes, Edwards down in time to get him. Yes, he did. And that'll do it for the top of the fourth inning. Ryan Edwards able to gun down Jackson Laird. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 5-0 Copper Hills. Ryan Edwards gunned down Laird to end the top half of the inning, and he leads off the bottom half. As Olsen finds the outside part of the plate for strike one. Chases the ball on the outside. Chopper up the middle. Going to make it tough at first. And still waiting. He's on. He's aboard. Caden Curtis comes on to speed up Edwards, the catcher. And that brings up Cooper Gray. And Cooper swings at the first pitch. And the dying quail will find grass. Two aboard here for Riverton.
Now batting, number 2, Parker Applegate.
Now coming to the plate, Parker Applegate, the sophomore third baseman. Runners on first and second, and no outs. Big opportunity here for Riverton. Chip away at this deficit. He squares to bunt, nothing but a called strike. The 2-2 from Olsen. Breaking ball back up the middle from Applegate, but it's a tailor-made double play. 6-4, pulls 3 off the bag, and Applegate aboard on the fielder's choice. Runners on the corners with 1 away. That brings up Cody Olsen with runners on the corners and 1 out. A ball bounced from Olsen. To the right side and through. An RBI single for Cody Nelson. And holding up at second base is Parker Applegate, but Riverton aboard on the RBI from Cody Nelson. Nate Hamlin coming to the plate. And that pitch misses. This one hits sharply up the middle. Again, another double play ball opportunity. And they got it this time. 6-4-3 double play on the sharply hit ball from Hamlin. Riverton able to push a run across. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. Copper Hills 5, Riverton 1. Top of the order for Copper Hills. Braden Taylor, that pitch misses. Mark Henderson coming on to pitch as Wilstead goes 4 innings, giving up 5 runs and 7 hits. Always tough. 3-1, 3-0. You feel like you take the bat out of the hitter's hand. Pitcher can come right back at him. The payoff pitch. Hit well to the right side. Taking on a hop. And over in time, Cooper Gray with the putout. And the leadoff man is down for the first out of the inning. That brings up the right fielder, Kyle Hoffman. Kyle 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. Couldn't pull the trigger, but in there for a called strike. Always nice on a full count if your pitcher's feeling good, throw that breaking ball, especially at this level. A lot of times you just don't want to start off the inning with a walk, so let's do it again. Another fastball, and this one to the right side and through, and that is a single for Kyle Hoffman. 1 out, 1 aboard for the catcher. As Chase Nelson stepping in. A 2 RBI single his last time up. Hoffman away from first. That pitch wide of the plate, ball 1. Bigger lead from Hoffman. He's going. Step over and a throw to second base off the mark. And Hoffman takes second. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on second. That ball lifted in the right field. They'll move Hoffman to third, no doubt. Sanchez under it. 2 outs as Hoffman advances to third base. And that brings up Tyler Wells. Tyler singled his last time up, fouls that one away. Henderson running the risk of losing the hitter here, was up on the count. Ball and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch misses tall. And that is a 2-out walk. So runners on the corners with 2 outs. Meeting of the minds is over. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. As Henderson misses. Hayes and Robinson 0 for 2 today, or pardon me, 0 for 1 today. Walked in the second, struck out in the third. Runner goes. Throw halfway, trying to get him. That's exactly what you wanted. Terrific job by Coach Applegate. And Hoffman out at home for the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Copper Hills 5, Riverton 1. Bottom of the 5th, Buddy Young leading off for Riverton. And Olsen misses. Top of the order, Zach Peterson, the shortstop. Zach's 0 for 2 today. That ball is off the mark. Breaking ball is off the mark. 2 aboard. I'm going to come out and have a quick chat with Olsen. Gage Morris. Can we play? Actually, that ball put down really nicely by Morris. Advances the runners. Is it in time? And they say yes. 1 away. Here comes Dylan Sanchez. Breaking ball misses from Olsen. Full count on Dylan Sanchez. Breaking ball again. This one to the left side. A run will come across. Sanchez. They pull him off the bag. Asking the home plate umpire, said yes he was, pulled off the bag, and that'll be an infield single for Sanchez and an RBI. Ryan Edwards coming to the plate with runners on the corners and 1 out. Olsen starts him off with a strike. Double play ball still in order. Sanchez will have a short lead with Olsen being left-handed. This ball down the third baseline and fair. Peterson comes around to score. Sanchez stands into third. And an RBI single taking second on the throw is Ryan Edwards. And Riverton climbing back into this game, 5-3. Cooper Gray steps in. Cooper 1 for 2 today. Singled last inning. Could score 2 runs and tie this game up with a base hit here. That's in for a called strike. Only 1 out in the inning for Riverton. Interesting to see Copper Hills not playing even on the corners, even all around. Is that ball to the right side and through? Sanchez in, and they will hold up Edwards at third. And they'll throw wide, but not going to draw Edwards coming home, or pardon me, the speed-up runner in Houston. But that is an RBI single from Cooper Gray, and it's a 1-run ball game. That brings up Parker Applegate. Runners on the corners and 1 out. Applegate reached on a fielder's choice last inning. And trying to bunt home a run there. The 1-2. Applegate to the left side. They're going to try to double him up. 5-4-3. A 3-run inning for Riverton, but it's spoiled on a double play ball. And we head to the top of the 6th. Copper Hills 5, Riverton 4. Top of the 6th inning, and we got a good one. 5-4 the lead for Copper Hills. Leading off with Hayden Robinson. And that pitch off the mark from Henderson. And then struck out in the third. Chops this one, or sends this one to left field. Oh, nice. What an effort. And that's a catch out in left field. Buddy Young. DNR T5. What a play by Buddy Young. So after the outstanding play by Buddy Young, that brings up Brock Talbot. Henderson misses. This one chopped to the left side. Henderson can't get it. Barehanded. Can he get it in time? Yes, he does. And that brings up Jackson Laird. Laird's 3rd plate appearance of the day. The 3-1, the left side. Taken by Peterson. Did he dig it? They say he did. Great job by Cody Nelson digging that throw from Peterson. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. A one-run ball game. Copper Hills 5, Riverton 4. Bottom of the 6th inning, leading off with Cody Nelson, the first baseman. Get able to come up after that terrific dig to end the top half of the inning. Lifts the first pitch of the at-bat, and that is against the wall. Nelson rounding second, heading toward third. Pulls up, I'm not sure why, and he's in with the triple. Not going to try to take home. A leadoff triple for Cody Nelson. Infield in on the grass. Tying run, 90 feet away. Nate Hamblin coming to the plate as Olsen finds the outer part of the plate for strike one. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. Left side. And that one will fall in. And we are tied at 5 as Nelson comes across. And heading into second base with a stand-up double is Nate Hamblin, erasing a 5-run deficit. And a leading run standing at second base. That brings up Buddy Young, the go-ahead run in scoring position. Squares to bunt. Handled in play. Throw down to third. Heads up play by Chase Taylor. He had it on a good hop, threw a dart to third, and Hamblin retired. One out, top of the order as that ball misses. To Zach Peterson. Peterson hits this one to right field. No tag on the play, and retired for the second out of the inning by Kyle Hoffman. Brings up Gage Morris, the center fielder. Runner on first and 2 outs. Runner goes. Here's the throw down. Had a terrific jump. And taken easily by Buddy Young. The 1-1 from Olsen. And then bouncer. And now the snap to second. Caught in no man's land. It throws off the mark and into third safely is Buddy Young. Got hung up between second and third and able to get third on the throw. Morris sends this one to the right field side. And it's going to fall in. And Riverton takes the lead. As Morris holds up at second base, an RBI go-ahead double from Gage Morris. And Riverton with their first lead of the day, 6-5. That brings up Dylan Sanchez. RBI single his last time up. Sanchez 1 for 2 today. And again, the breaking ball in the outer half called a strike. And that one misses. Second walk of the day for Dylan Sanchez. Runners on first and second and 2 outs. So Coach Sundquist came out of conversation. Olsen will stay in the game, and now stepping in is Ryan Edwards. And that pitch in for a called strike one. Hits this one through the left side, and that is through. And coming around is Gage Morris. And it's a 2-run Riverton lead. And that will be the day for Olsen. Coming on to pitch for Copper Hills is Kyle Hoffman. Runners on first and second. Olsen, the book is not closed yet on Olsen. He's responsible for the 2 runners. And stepping in to face Hoffman is Cooper Gray, the second baseman. And Gray swinging at the first pitch. No balls and 2 strikes to Cooper Gray. Runners on first and second and 2 outs. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. But the damage was done by Riverton, plating 3 runs and claiming the lead for the first time. They look to close out the game heading to the top of the 7th inning, leading Copper Hills 7-5. Leading off for Copper Hills, Cameron Barlow. And Henderson starts him off with a strike. Singled and scored a run in the third. Fanned on the high cheese, 1 away. Coming to the plate now, Carson Ledoux. And that is in for called strike one. The 1-1 hit well into left center field. That's going to go, will fall in for a single. Now trying to stretch it into a double. Ledoux is in the second base, and that is a 1-out double for Carson Ledoux, and terrific hustle as well. But top of the order we go. Braden Taylor. And Taylor lifts this one down the right field or left field line, and it gets into the batting cage. The 0-2 hit down the right field line. Carrying, going back, up against the wall. Ledoux will come in to score, and that is a clutch double and the third RBI on the day for Braden Taylor. So Kyle Hoffman steps in, batting .312 coming into the day. He is 2 for 3 with a run scored. Tying run standing at second. And that ball is hit well. Ranging over and making the grab is Morris. And now the tying run standing at third base. Taylor able to make it over. We got a fun one here. In steps Chase Taylor, the catcher. 2 outs, runner at third, and is a tying run at third base. Henderson granted the strike on the outer part of the plate. Taylor has not worked past a 2-2 count on the day. The 1-2 hit well into center field, and it'll drop in, and we are tied at 7. Chase Taylor with a clutch RBI single, and we will see a bottom of the 7th inning. And that brings up Tyler Wells, the first baseman. 1 for 2 on the day. Big swing on the first offering. 0-1. And that is called strike 3. Turned him around. But a 2-run 7th from Copper Hills ties us at 7. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Riverton coming to the plate. Bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off for Riverton is Parker Applegate, and that is in for a called strike. Reaches out on that one. Hustling up the line. It'll be close at first. And a throw over in time. Terrific job by Braden Taylor. 1 away. That brings up Cody Nelson. And that went off the mark from Hoffman. Cody's 3 for 3 today. This one up the third base line. Carrying him back in toward the infield. And a snow cone grab from Jackson Laird. And there's 2 outs. Nate Hamlin coming to the plate as the 0-2 fisted up the middle. Taken cleanly over in time to replay by Braden Taylor. And we are heading to extra innings. Top of the 8th coming up. You're watching Deseret News Rewind, Game of the Week, presented by Tosh, your orthopedic specialty hospital on DeseretNews.com. Top of the 8th inning, going to extras. Hayes and Robinson leading off for Copper Hills. Henderson's pitch is off the mark. Extra base hits were the difference. This ball hit well to the left side and through. Leadoff single from Hayes and Robinson. See how long of a leash Coach Applegate's got here. Brock's 0 for 3 today. Grounded out to short his last time up. Squares to bunt. That throw from Henderson off the mark. Again, the 1-1. Squares to bunt. Gets this one down cleanly. Applegate with it. Snaps it over to first. No, mishandled at first. Oh, you're going to say on the exchange, we're going to have a conversation here. Coach Sandquist is going to come have a conversation. Umpire saying that he dropped the ball on the exchange and calls him out at first. So that moves Robinson to second base on the sacrifice. And that brings up Jackson Laird. Laird is 2 for 3 today with a run scored. Big swing and fouls that one out of play. The 1-2 from Henderson. Breaking ball, chopped to the left side. Applegate with it, throws over to first. Got him in time. And Robinson now advances to third on the throw. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Cameron Barlow, the left fielder. Cameron 1 for 3 today, but he's 0 for 2 against Henderson. That ball down the right field line and foul. The 1-2 comes inside. That ball hit well. Going back, and it's going to fall in. The go-ahead run comes in. Copper Hills claims the lead 8-7 on a 2-out double from Cameron Barlow. Carson Ledoux coming to the plate. Ledoux had a double and a run score back in the 7th inning. He got things started for Copper Hills in the 7th. If you recall, hit the ball in the left center field and out of the box was digging for 2. Henderson's got to climb back. 3 balls and a strike. And he misses ball 4. A 2-out walk. Runners on first and second. The infield playing back, keeping everything in front. Henderson bounces the first pitch. 2 balls and a strike. This one's going to fall into left center field. And a run will come in. And it'll be runners at the corners in a 2-run lead as Braden Taylor now has 4 RBIs on the day. So coming on to pitch is Ryan Edwards. Henderson goes 4 2/3, surrendering 4 runs. He's responsible for both base runners on the corners. As that first offering from Edwards in there for a called strike 1. Hoffman doubled and scored in the 3rd, singled, and was caught stealing home in the 5th. As he hits this one sharp to second base, stabbed and over in time. Nice play by Cooper Gray. But how about the bats from Copper Hills? They plate 2 in the top half of the 8th, looking to close this one out. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Copper Hills 9, Riverton 7. Bottom of the 8th inning, Riverton, who climbed back into this game after a 5-run deficit, had a 2-run lead, surrendered that 2-run lead, and now are trailing by 2. And let's start off the bottom of the 8th inning with left fielder Buddy Young. As a called strike 1. Chopper to left side. Handled cleanly. Hoffman comes over for the throw, and Young retired for the first out of the inning. Nice job by Tyler Wells and Hoffman. And we now head to the top of the order for Riverton. Been a tough day at the dish for Peterson. 0 for 3 with a run scored. And as in for a called strike 1. No balls and 2 strikes to Peterson. Hits this one into center field. Selling underneath it and making the catch is Hazen Robinson. 2 outs. Brings up Gage Morris. Called ball 1. 2 for 3 today with an RBI. Chopped to the third base side. The final out of the game. What a comeback for Copper Hills. They hand Riverton their first loss in region play. And they did it in fun and dynamic fashion. What a ball game. Quick recap. Mentioned earlier, a 5-run third for Copper Hills. Riverton came storming back into this game, took the lead, and Copper Hills showed some resiliency, scoring 2 runs in the 7th, 2 runs in the 8th to claim this one 9-7. What a day. Our University Federal Credit Union player of the game, Braden Taylor, 3 for 5 with 4 runs driven in on the day. Could have gone to a number of guys in this lineup, but clutch hitting from Braden Taylor, our University Federal Credit Union player of the game. Again, our final score, Copper Hills 9, Riverton 7. Look out for our videos this week, setting the table for the final week of region play. State tournament coming right around the corner. Great win for Copper Hills, our University Federal Credit Union player of the game, Braden Taylor. For Vince Francis, I am Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and watching Deseret News Rewind. Game of the Week on DeseretNews.com, presented by Tosh, the Orthopedic Specialty Hospital.